Welcome to the Sunnyside of IRC, where we shine a light on all of the amazing programs happening right here in Indian River County. Today, our focus is on youth guidance, one of our programs that is funded thanks to the $3 million from the Board of the County Commissioners right here in Indian River County. And so we're going to start off with the Executive Director today, Phil Barnes. Can you tell us a little bit about youth guidance and your mission with your programs?
Absolutely. So first of all, Cindy, thank you so much for having me on the show. Pleasure to be here in this classroom, which is very high tech and has some students who are working diligently on improving their career prospects in video, and it's really cool to see. So at Youth Guidance, we've been around since 1973, so 51 years, and we were actually started as a county organization. It was a long time ago, and I know as much as I can about the history, although I'm sure there are still things I don't know. But our mission throughout those 51 years has remained the same, and that's really to help children and teenagers in Indian River County break the cycle of poverty. So each year we serve approximately 45% of our students who are below 100% of the poverty level. And that, for reference, that's a family of four making $31,200 a year. So this is a very high need population. Some of our students are above that 100% level, but all qualify for the free and reduced price lunch in school. So those are the students that we're serving, predominantly coming from the South County, Gifford area, Wabasso, but really we see students across the board in Indian River County. So we've always been a local organization, and really the types of programs we do are designed to help build career, college development skills, life skills, and just get our kids in a position to where they're successful and ultimately can provide for themselves and their families.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. I know one of the programs that we're funding through Children's Services Advisory Committee through the Board of County Commissions is the Summer Enrichment Program. Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about that program and what you anticipate as outcomes as a result?
Absolutely. So we just finished our Summer Enrichment Program. That's 8 weeks of summer camp. So for a lot of our families, all of them in fact, summer camp is something that is often beyond their financial means. Summer camp is very expensive, and it's no different in Indian River County. Our program is completely provided free of charge, so our families do not pay anything to send their child to the summer camp. So types of activities, in addition to providing breakfast and lunch Monday through Friday, we're doing a lot of fun things with the kids, and we leverage our partnerships with community organizations. So for instance, we do a week-long art camp with Vero Beach Art Museum, which was really exciting. They got to go to the museum and just experiment with different mediums, some paints, some little sculpture, and then see what's on display at the Vero Beach Art Museum. Mm-hmm. We do rowing with Vero Beach Rowing. We typically do equestrian, horseback riding. For the first time this year, we did surfing and skimboarding with Little Board Riders. So Little Board Riders is a new nonprofit organization, and we actually had 2 students compete in their Skim Jam competition, which was this Saturday, right outside of Ocean Grill, that area, so by Humiston Beach there. And I just seen those kids, before summer started, they had never skimboarded, never surfed, and now it's something that they're going to probably do for the rest of their lives. They were so excited about it that they entered into the competition. They had a great time, and that's what we're trying to do within the summer camp, is introduce these kids to positive outlets that, they could be hobbies, but they could also be just positive things that they carry with them for the rest of their lives. Now, the other side of that for summer camp is we do academic enrichment. For the first time this year, thanks in large part to funding from CSAC, we were able to hire a certified special education teacher who worked with us during the summer months to help prevent summer learning loss. And specifically, she focused on literacy skills with those students. And so we're thrilled to announce that we identified 15 students who were struggling in literacy. So we did a pre-assessment, and these are students who were really at risk of academic failure. And out of those students, they increased their reading fluency by an average of 75% during the summer. So that's typically a time, again, when students are regressing with those things. So we couldn't really, was very successful. We're very happy about that. And so what we're doing is we're continuing to work with the teacher during the school year, and she's going to focus not only on reading but also math as well.
I love it. And I love that you've brought in other community partners as part of the work that you're doing over the summer. But I'm going to shift gears because one of your new programs is really about wraparound services for the whole family. So can you tell us about your Parent Aid program and what that will entail?
Yes. So Parent Aid is basically stemmed out of the reality that some of our students are coming from difficult home situations, and it's not uncommon. And basically, if we can provide support to the parents, that helps the students in the long run. If we can provide, any parenting guidance to our parents, if we can provide referrals to community resources, there's so many valuable things in this community that can help our parents get a leg up. Yeah. So we just found a dire need for more parent engagement, and that's what resulted in the launching of the Parent Aid program. And what that involves is we have a parent aide who is basically a case manager, and he goes into the homes of our families who are involved in the program at least once a week to provide some intensive case management. And we use an evidence-based curriculum. It's called Nurturing Parenting. It's used by organizations across the country, and he really focuses on certain areas within parenting. So discipline, empathy, roles and responsibilities. So these are things that our parents may know, or in some cases they just might need just some extra guidance on. And in addition to that, we do provide just referrals to other nonprofit agencies in the county for things like housing, job placement, helping them find jobs in some cases. So that, again, really lends itself to the partnerships that we have too at Youth Guidance.
I love it. And then another program that we fund, or that we are funding this upcoming year, is the Pathways program. Yes. So give us a little insight into that, and then any success stories you've had with it.
Sure. So Pathways is basically our name for our after-school program, which the Pathways comes from what are we teaching the kids, how are we helping them really identify what gets them going, what gets them out of bed, what gets them excited. Like we have students in here right now who are excited about video editing, possibly marketing, and there's a lot of career opportunities for that are very viable and that can be lucrative and also for the most part be fun and really feed on that passion. So that's what we're doing with the kids with Pathways. So what does that mean? Well, daily from 3 o'clock to 6:30, we're providing an after-school program. We focus on academic enrichment at the first part of the day. Again, we have that certified teacher that's providing that academic intervention for those struggling students. And then in the evening, we do we focus on 2 core areas, and that's life skills and then college and career development. Yeah. So life skills, we do cooking classes, we do sewing classes, we do financial literacy, some STEM activities, that's science, technology, engineering, and math. We did just hire a teen director who basically is providing some career counseling to students, but his career was in STEM. So he's a big proponent of go to college, and he's helping students apply for scholarships for college. So there's really a lot of opportunity for any student who comes to us. So another new program that we're offering is carpentry this year, and the reason being is we do a pre-apprenticeship program, which we'll touch on in a little bit. But the carpentry program is setting the stage for students who want to work in the trades. So they may never have used a chop saw, table saw, or drill even before, but they may be interested in doing that and working in construction, maybe an electrician, a plumber, and this is just really carpentry is the foundation for all the trades. So our pre-apprenticeship instructor happens to be a carpenter by trade, so he's going to be teaching the class. So we're really excited about that, and the hope is that we'll see students graduate from the carpentry class and go into the pre-apprenticeship. That would be ideal. But as far as success stories go, there are plenty. We have one student, Elise, over the past year. So she's been involved in pretty much every one of our programs, and she started with us pretty soft-spoken, and just this past winter in March, she gave a speech at our King of the Hill tennis tournament in front of about 300 people.
Yeah.
That's something that she never would have done before going to youth guidance, but just being with her, helping her own her public speaking skills, helping her understand that she has leadership potential. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that we're doing. And she did receive a scholarship too, a $1,000 scholarship that she's going to use. She hopes to pursue mechanical engineering. And again, mechanical engineering was never in her mind as something that she would do, but she did our bicycle repair program, she did our carpentry program. So those things, I think, helped her kind of discover that passion. And she also did the manufacturing boot camp, which was put on by the Indian River County Chamber of Commerce. So she's a bright student, and she's got a very bright future.
And then the last program, which you know is my favorite,
Yes.
because I really believe in making sure that students have pathways beyond just college. Tell me about the pre-apprenticeship program. And I know you have a million stories of success, but if you could just focus in on just one example.
Sure. Well, okay, so sometimes I like to get coffee in the morning. So I stopped at Wawa yesterday on US 1, and so there's a lot of electricians, plumbers that go to Wawa in the morning. It's a thing, right? So in the van next to where I parked, I saw one of our students driving the van, and it was an electrician, local electric company, and that's the moment that it goes, okay, what we're doing is important,
Yes.
and we are putting students in full-time, not just jobs, but we're helping them start their careers. So that student in particular, his name's Glenn, he not only has a career with a local electric company, but he's going to school 2 nights a week with an apprenticeship school. And in 4 years, he'll have his license so that he can start his own business in electric if he wants to. He can, obviously his pay rate will increase substantially, but those are the types of success stories that really are exciting to me, because you see it in this community and it's happening right there.
So where does the pre-apprenticeship program take place, and what kind of skills do they learn?
Yes, so the pre-apprenticeship takes place right across the hall from where we are at Vero Beach High School. We are so blessed and fortunate to have the high school and the school district as a partner. They are absolutely incredible, in addition to, obviously, the Children's Services Advisory Committee. But, it's basically every Tuesday and Thursday, 2:30 to 5:30. We have a class of, typically it's 20 students. This year we had 40 apply.
Wow.
So we are going to start a second class in the near future. We can't wait. I mean, the demand is obviously there. The age range we serve with that program is 17 to 24. So it does go even to that young adult age bracket. That helps, because sometimes those young adults, they're a little more further along in deciding what they want, and what they want to do. And their motivation sometimes rubs off on those younger students.
So true.
And we see it, every day when we're in the class. So over 8 months, they're learning the basics of 5 trades: HVAC, welding, plumbing, carpentry, and electric. And then we use a textbook. It's NCCER Core. That stands for National Construction Center for Education Research. That is used by community colleges, state colleges. It's military institutions across the country. So we're not reinventing the wheel. We're using a tried and true curriculum, and that's really what we try to do really with all our programs as well. Look at what's working in other areas that we may not be doing here in Indian River County yet. What can we do to help start these things here, just to give kids more opportunity? So the pre-apprenticeship really falls right in line with that.
What do you think has been the biggest impact youth guidance has made on our local community?
Well, okay, so I mean, the success stories, there's so many, right? I mean, I tried to crunch the numbers last night, but I have no idea. Since 1973, it's 51 years serving kids. It's well over 10,000 kids, basically, that have been served by county funds since our inception. No doubt about it. I can't put an exact number on it, but if you just look at the people who have come out of the youth guidance program, who are successfully have started businesses in this community, who are giving back to this community, I mean, our first mentee was Brian Connolly. He is an attorney in town. I talk about him quite frequently. He's right a few blocks away. He has his own law firm, but he was a Vero Beach High School student, in the 70s, and he needed a mentor. He needed guidance. So he's and basically he is grown to be successful, and a lot of that he credits to the mentorship he received at Youth Guidance. Another student, really quickly, this is one partnership I forgot to mention. So in our after-school program, our Pathways program, as part of our academic enrichment, we started offering virtual tutoring with a new organization called Octavian Village. I think they're an up-and-coming organization. They're very impressive, and they were started by Cortez Brown, who was a Youth Guidance student, and he basically he has a desire to give back to the Vero Beach community. He is studying for, well, not just studying, he's in his residency program up in Pittsburgh, and he is an orthopedic surgeon. So he has his medical degree from Florida State, and he went up to Pittsburgh, and he is starting his career in the medical profession. Very, very successful already. He's not old. He's, I believe he's in his maybe early 30s. But he started this organization because he already feels the motivation to give back to the Vero Beach community. And so we're working with him very extensively for academic support, because he wants to level, his whole thing is leveling the playing field academically for students.
Giving opportunity, giving access. So speaking to that, what's a call to action? If some of our viewers are watching today and they're hearing about your program and they're inspired, what can they do to support Youth Guidance?
Sure. So we have several special events that are a blast. We have one coming up in October. It's our Tropical Night Luau. It's October 21st at Quail Valley River Club. We also have our tennis tournament. That's at the Boulevard. That's January to March. It's 8 weeks. Come by, enjoy it. We'll have more information on our website. That's youthguidanceprogram.org. If you want to make a donation, you can certainly. But also, if you just want to come by and see what we're doing, I mean, that really is will probably have the most impact. And we are currently at St. Augustine of Canterbury Church. That's on 43rd between 4th Street and 8th Street. 8th and 12th. We're going to be there for about 9 months while our facility is being renovated.
Which is really exciting.
Yes. So that's the former library in Vero Beach, right across from City Hall. It's an almost 9,000 square foot building. We're going to put a commercial kitchen in there for culinary arts training, a full workshop for the trades. And that'll just enhance our partnership with the school district. We'll be able to really accommodate all these students that are starting to sign up for these programs that are above and beyond what we can currently accommodate. So, we're very excited about the future, so stay tuned. I think, honestly, the easiest thing to do is visit our website, youthguidanceprogram.org. You can donate, you can attend an event, you can also become a volunteer. So there are a lot of opportunities to get involved.
I'm just so excited to have an opportunity to shine light on the really great things happening right here in Indian River County. I want to thank Vero Beach TV. The students here are producing our first show, and so it's really exciting to see the work behind the scenes of what's taking place to make sure that our community knows the great work that's being done. So I want to thank all of our viewers for tuning in to the Sunnyside of IRC, and we look forward to our next show where we're going to be spotlighting other programs that are supporting Indian River County.